In the middle of serious financial problems, Niagara Falls Mayor Paul Dyster just released his proposed budget for the upcoming year. Now, the budget includes a tax hike for homeowners and businesses as the city looks for ways to avoid a potential financial crisis.
The Senecas have now stopped sending casino cash because of a dispute with New York State, and the city's rainy day fund could be empty by next year.
Well, we have team coverage on this issue tonight. We start with Danny Spiewak. He joins us live from Niagara Falls with more on Dyster's announcement. Danny.
Allison, Scott, there were two main takeaways from Mayor Dyster's proposed budget today. Number one, he is not proposing any layoffs in the city budget. That's very significant because with this whole dispute, there were some real fears about that, but Mayor Dyster says it hasn't gotten to that point yet. And secondly, there will be a property tax increase for residents of Niagara Falls proposed by the mayor. My colleague Dave McKinley will have a little bit more on that here in a couple of minutes, but Mayor Dyster once again was adamant tonight that the state is owed revenue from casino slots from the Seneca Nation, and as that dispute plays out, it's going into possibly arbitration or Dyster hoping for a negotiated settlement at some point, but he's very hopeful that money will eventually come through. Either way, he's not including that money, the potential revenue, in his 2018 budget proposal at this point. He is going to assert legally at the end of the year that he believes that revenue is owed to the state and then in turn the city, but he is not booking that in the 2018 budget. They're also outlining some measures of consolidating services and looking at other budget measures that they can save a little bit of money. Dyster's hoping for as quick a resolution as possible with the Seneca dispute with the state of New York. He spoke for about 30 minutes today during his proposal, and this is what he had to say about the Seneca Nation dispute.
These are not normal circumstances, and we are not comfortable booking these funds as available for 2018 budgeting. On the other hand, we have a responsibility to the people we represent to consistently and vigorously assert our legal right to receive casino revenues under the Casino Compact.
I mentioned that Mayor Dyster is proposing a property tax increase here. Looks pretty significant. My colleague Dave McKinley joins me now with a little bit more on that.
Yeah, Danny, you have to understand that Niagara Falls is one of the cities, one of the few around here that use a two-tiered form of taxation. It's called homesteading. What it means is the taxes for residential homes are taxed at a different rate than for business or commercial properties. There is a tax increase in the offing for both of them, according to Mayor Dyster, just under 3% for homeowners, but a whopping 14% for commercial properties and businesses. And in his budget speech today, he laid the blame for that squarely at the feet of the Niagara Falls City Council, which in the past had refused any of his requests for tax hikes.
If previous councils had voted to optimize what was available under the tax cap, the city, while still fully tax cap compliant through 2018, would today be taking in approximately $31 million in tax revenues. That's just slightly less than the levy we now propose for 2018.
And of course, Danny, that all gets back to the casino revenue, because that is what the city was using to plug those budget gaps when lawmakers were not going to go for a tax hike as previously proposed. So in some manner or form, we're kind of like Back to the Future here. It's kind of like a budget that had been proposed in recent years with proposed tax hikes. We don't know how that's going to play out with the council involved for the next month, but this is a real difference here with the threat of those casino revenues drying up completely. Along with Danny Spiewak, I'm Dave McKinley from Niagara Falls, Channel 2 News.